Hello everybody, welcome to channel Traveling with Russell or Traveling with Zhenya. Today I'll take you to a tour to Russian to Russian small village mini market or like convenience store. It's very interesting, just have a look. We are in Kaluga region. We stayed here for a few days at this place behind me and this small little nice shop just across the road. Luckily, this small nice shop just across the road from our place where we stayed. The sign pointing on this direction, but we need to go to other side. Let's go.
Because Zhenya is not so confident doing the whole tour, I'm going to take over and do the walk around inside, and then I'll get her to give her thoughts about the shop, and she's going to relax outside for a few minutes so I can do a quicker walk around and give you the scoop on what a Russian village shop looks like. In Russia, the name for a shop or even a supermarket is called a magazin, and they've got it up there in Russian. This is actually a nice village shop. I did notice over here they've actually got a sign saying they've got coffee. Also they've got phone top-up or recharging. And Zhenya is gonna hang out here on this nice bench and catch a breath from her extensive filming. The actual place is open 7 days a week from 9 a.m. till 9 p.m. Let's go and check it out together and do this a little bit of a tour. Now, no matter where you live in Russia, they have village shops. So this is incredibly typical. Perhaps this one may be a little bit nicer than others. It's all dependent on the amount of space they have. They do have lots of ice creams right outside. Now, the idea with a village shop is they've got one of everything, or at least one of most things. And the theory is if they don't sell it, you don't need it. And especially if you're coming maybe for a few days or you're coming here during summertime, you probably don't need everything, literally. They do have Haribo items though, which I'm a bit of a fan of. They've got some nice cakes and muffins and pikelets. These things right here would be sold by weight, and you get a little handful of something or as much as you like. You can see on the back wall some pet food, cleaning items, absolutely everything. I didn't realize when I was in here earlier all the choices, personal items, and then of course a lot of the traditional Russian products, things like pickled vegetables, tuna, rice, buckwheat. It's literally one of everything. There is more ice creams, and actually we had some of these mini hot dogs a little bit earlier as my small breakfast snack. They have a nice coffee selection. They have about 20 different jars of coffee. And the idea with this kind of shop, they don't have 12 of everything like a full supermarket would have. They just have the display of a few products, and the person that would stock this shop would literally buy things somewhere else and then bring it here for the shop to sell one or two items. Of course, with things like dairy with expiry dates, they don't want, you know, full shelves. There's also some nice salamis and sausages. And at the back there, lots of cakes. There is a lot of sweet treat items here. I just noticed they've got a big jar of Nutella as well. So there is something for everybody. And even if you come in here wanting one thing, you'll probably notice something else. And I think for me, this probably even has more choices than my local shop in Moscow in our building. It's very well known that these village shops have generally a more wide selection of products because of the fact that you're so isolated from the next normal shop, if you want to call it that. They've got a nice choice of beers and some sodas as well. Of course, all of the classic Russian brands. They don't have any imported sodas whatsoever. Some of the beer, I think, maybe they've got some German beer there. I'm fairly sure some Dutch beer. And then that Streets sign we saw outside, this fridge actually has now the Russian word for what was Streets, and they're using it as a frozen fridge with some meats and chicken. I'm not sure how many pizzas they sell. However, they've got it right there. And the other thing, which what my wife had when we got here, is they've got nice coffee. They've actually got one of these machines. This would be probably a franchise type coffee machine. So someone would come once a week and service this and look after it. And then you literally make your own coffee. You've also got your own extra flavors if you want. Very, very simple concept. As a business idea as well, the actual store is beautifully air conditioned also. So yeah, and that's it in a nutshell. This is a Russian typical village shop. Is this what your local shop looks like? Let me know in the comments. Okay, so I just came outside the farm shop or village shop, and I just met a channel subscriber, Kirill. How's it going?
Yeah, everything is fine.
Now,
Glad to see you again.
yeah, so Kirill recognized me because I made a video in Kaluga at the Farm Expo. I'm not sure what
it was a retail expo. Yeah.
And if you want to watch that video, I'm going to put a link for you to see. Well, you were briefly in the video. However, it's pretty cool because it's all the local products from Kaluga region.
Sure.
And what's the chances coming out of the farm shop that Kirill recognized me? So thank you so much for coming in the video. And hopefully next season, now it's obviously out of season for strawberries.
Yeah, for strawberries.
We can get back here and see your strawberry fields forever.
Yeah, feel free to come next June, so you'll see all the process, how the strawberry is growing, is being harvested, to see our technologies, how we do it.
Right, and then in the winter time, well, this is not winter, this is the end of summer, but now you're doing dehydrated strawberries, yeah, which I did briefly taste in the video. So yeah, let's link that video and we'll get able to watch that later after this one.
For sure, for sure.
Of course, Zhenya went in the shop, and what do you think of this Kaluga region village shop?
For regional shop is absolutely amazing shop. They've got everything what you need, and hot dogs and fresh coffee.
And we only have
breakfast.
we only have to walk a couple of minutes, and we're back at our accommodation. As Zhenya walks off ahead of me, I really hope you've enjoyed this video. And actually, the chance of meeting Kirill outside the shop, and even my wife is always shocked when we meet a subscriber of the channel somewhere in Russia. Even in Bali we met some. I met some on the airplane, and this is, of course, I love this. It's so nice to meet people who watch the channel. And of course, Kirill has a strawberry farm. Is that the right word? Plantation? Somebody let me know. And I went to this local Kaluga region farm expo going back quite a few months ago. And he knew me from the channel. He was briefly on the channel video there as well. So definitely check that out. And I've only got to walk a few steps. Zhenya has run off. Of course, she's not a big fan of YouTube. And I know everybody asks me almost every day or a few times a week about getting Zhenya in more videos. So I hope you've enjoyed this little bit. It did take quite a few takes to get her to say the right things or to say what we wanted to explain right at the beginning there. So yeah, give it a thumbs up if you like the video. Please mention Yevgenia in the comments and give her some love, and let's hope we can get her on more videos. And I hope you liked this tour of this farm shop. Now, where we're actually staying, I'm going to be doing a separate standalone video, and it'll be quite interesting because you're going to see another person who you might recognize from the videos previously here today. A little bit later on, we're just finished with breakfast and we're going to relax for a little while. If you want to join me on Telegram, there'll be a link right here. And then if you want to watch the video of the food expo in Kaluga region where I am, that'll be the next video coming on the channel. And I definitely recommend checking it out because it's just interesting to see what's available in this region of Russia, because it's a very well-known region for produce. Yeah, I'm off on another adventure. Bye, everybody.